If there was ever a character suited to an auto runner, it was Crash. Hello everybody, my name's James and this is Crash Bandicoot on the Run. It's available now on iPhone, not on Android at the minute. Sorry folks, but it is due to be out very soon. And it takes the form of a classic 3-lane auto runner, but with a bit more thrown in. Have they thrown in enough? Is the question. This is what we're trying to find out. I'm near the beginning of the game and I'm about to fight the first big boss. I've done 3 mini bosses and here is she's an angry AP person, but I've got these things, right? And if I throw them, they act like bombs. So I'm guessing I have to keep lobbing them and try and avoid those great big power slams that she's doing. However, I need to predict which lane she's going to drift into. Which one? Let's say that one. Whoa, no, that's going into the middle. Don't do that, Crash. You're very daft. So, Subway Surfers or Temple Run or any other number of these kind of, runners, we've all played them before, we know how they work. The difference here, I suppose, is A, production value. It does look very nice. This has been done by King, the folks behind Candy Crush, which is a bit of a diversion from them. Obviously, that's not usually the genre that they work in. But they've got a lot of talent on their team, and they guess, a lot of experience making games. They kind of know what they're doing, and slam! Wumpa! That's my defeat move. Suddenly turns into those golf games where you have to pick the exact right point in which to slam the button to get the power gem at the end. So you're collecting crystals and gems, you unlock new skins for Crash as you go, and you can choose between different colored versions, but ultimately you get sucked back here to your home base, and you have to gradually upgrade bits and pieces. You have to mix potions which give you warp power so you can warp to new locations to get more wumpa fruit in order to make basically there's a lot of unlocking business, which is the stuff I'm not interested in. Oh, thank you, Coco. I am interested in you being unlocked. That's good. So we defeated Scorpo Gorilla, whatever they were called, detecting a new threat, and it's Nitro Mutagen Nyrus Brio. Okay, then. We'll be taking him out soon. So, Aku, the faithful puppet, who has not yet said Woodabaga, as far as I know. He gives us quests that we have to go and complete, and that earns us the materials that we need to make the potions to get to the next dimensional star. It's all a bit much. It's all too much gear that we need. See, here's a nitro serum that we've got to do. So we take that and we drag it into here, and then I pay for that with wumpa fruit, and I can speed it up with a gem if I want, and then I can collect it, and then that allows me to go off and do battles and that. So if I go here to the mission computer, this makes me able to do the next thing. So the next one is the Frosty Ant Drone, or you've got Frosty Pink Elephant, or you've got the fella himself, Nitro Mutagen, and I got to defeat him with, you see one of these? See the blue and that bomb? And I don't have either of them yet, so I need to just work with what I've got for the time being and work my way up through the lesser minions before I get to take out the big guy. Everything works like it should, right? So mobile is kind of the place for these particular kind of games. It's where the genre sprung up from, and it works very well on a touchscreen. And there was never any doubt in my mind that with the strength of the franchise behind it, and the expertise of the team involved, that this wouldn't play well. Of course, it does feel like a very decent example of the auto runner. I've played this game before. It's got slightly more complexity. You're dealing with a lot more things like enemies and whatnot. So if I hit this guy, he flies off and then he smashes into crates. And if I hit a nitro crate, other crates marked nitro will explode in the area. So it kind of has a multiple hit thing on it. So that's something to consider. Whoa, I've got to dive off there. That's problematic. I was wondering when this was going to get a bit tricky, because everything else has been very, very, very easy so far. And it offers a lot of options as well, so you can see there's not necessarily one clear path to take, because maybe all lanes have got some wumpa fruit in them, and some lanes appear to have more than others, but then you go to the higher level and you look down and you realise you should have been on the lower level and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's a little bit more going on. It's not just one straight line. But even so, I've played this, and so have you probably, and whether a slick version of that classic formula is something that you're after or not will very much determine on whether you want to play this. And I guess to some degree, how into Crash you are. because Crash has had a bit of a resurgence lately with the Crash 4 appearing and it being actually a pretty decent example of that kind of game. And that's what I mean when I say that of all the characters, Crash is best suited to this, because Crash was all about running in a straight line with a camera behind him, or running towards the camera in some instances, which is, I thought, maybe the way that they'd go with this auto runner when it was announced. As long as your timing spins right, Smash, it kind of feels a little bit like, you know, that old game. Now I'm getting ice balls thrown at me. Yikes. So as long as I keep out the way, I should be able to jump in and take this dude out with a well-timed thwack. There we go. There's a tiny bit of delay on that, so you want to hit it earlier than you think you should. That's my experience with it, at least. And then there are lots of different areas you'll wind up being able to jump to later on as part of this whole warping thing. I've already seen the map chopped up into a few pieces, so, you know, you'll get to explore more worlds and more environments, but they are definitely going to be locking stuff behind this kind of thing. And this is the stuff that always puts me off a little bit, which is how they are gonna eventually crank some cash out of you, I presume, because you need to keep collecting the wumpa to make those little potions, but if you don't, then hey, go over here and buy a whole bunch more, because of course you have to do that. What's this? I can't buy whatever that is, that little grabby arm / grenade thing. I don't even know what it is. If we head to the mission computer, we can move on to the next one. Let's do the pink elephant dude. The frosty pink elephant. So, initial impressions are, this is very slick, decent looking, here's some skins I've already unlocked, version of that auto runner formula with a little bit more thrown in. A few more options, a few more enemies, a few more mechanics. But bar that, I've played Subway Surfers and I've played all these other things, and it's another one of those. Have they done it well? Yes. Does Crash look good running around and all that? Yeah. Excellent. Do I care hugely at the minute? Not that much. Is it different enough to make me care about the genre as a whole? Probably not. But if I was really into Crash, would I maybe download this and put more time into it than I should? Yeah, maybe. I can see it happening. We'll probably take a look at this for review purposes over on podgamer.com, but if you like the look of it, you can grab it on iOS. I say you're going to have to wait for Android to appear. This launched a little earlier than we were expecting, actually. So maybe that's why the Android version isn't out yet. But either way, Crash Bandicoot on the run. Go and have a look if you fancy it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.